Hi everyone, Matthew here at AAWeatherWatch, taking a look at the weather through the course of the coming weekend. Obviously the opening weekend of September, Saturday the 2nd and Sunday the 3rd, and essentially it will be for most a weekend of two halves. The best of the weather through the rest of Friday and into Saturday, some very pleasant conditions as we move into the opening day or two of September and obviously the first month of autumn, and essentially the weather then becomes more unsettled from the west late Saturday and through into Sunday. The better weather essentially in association with this region of relatively cloud-free skies on satellite imagery across the country at the moment. Yes, there is a few showers across some northern areas which I'll highlight shortly on rainfall radar, but through the remainder of Friday it is a predominantly dry day for much of the country with some brighter sunny spells too, and certainly feeling pleasant enough in the sunshine through the afternoon. Another chilly evening overnight beneath these clear skies, but as you can see within the North Atlantic there is a lot of cloud to the west of Ireland, and essentially this is the wet weather approaching for late Saturday and through into Sunday as weather fronts move in off the North Atlantic. We'll just take a quick look at latest satellite and rainfall radar combined. You can see a few showers across parts of Ulster, but otherwise emphasis is on a lot of dry weather across the country, and also as well as that there is a lot of cloud-free skies, particularly across central, southern and southwestern areas of the country with plenty of sunshine. This region on satellite imagery here is low cloud along with some mist and fog patches too across some central and southern areas, but this will readily clear in the coming hours. So let's take a look at the forecast weather charts now, putting the details onto the forecast for the forthcoming weekend. But a quick look at the rest of Friday, and we do have a little region of high pressure just bumping into the country from the west and southwest, which again is bringing about the fine end to the working week with brighter sunny spells through the rest of the afternoon and through into the evening. So a very, very pleasant opening day to September indeed. This evening and overnight, beneath relatively clear skies, light winds, it will be another chilly night, especially rurally across some central and northern areas of the country, but then through into Saturday morning and increasingly cloudy conditions will begin to develop from the west. However, it is a predominantly dry start to the weekend for many areas, again with brighter sunny spells and just some variable amounts of cloud. Now essentially as Saturday progresses, what will happen is increasingly cloudy and windy weather will arrive from the west, particularly across far western and southwestern areas initially, and then with outbreaks of rain and showers developing here. However, as you can see, this is around about the middle of the afternoon on Saturday. The further north and east you are, then dry weather will be maintained well into the afternoon with some brighter sunny spells too, despite generally what will be a period of increasingly cloudy conditions. And then through into Saturday evening, this is around about 6 o'clock, and then towards around about 9 o'clock you can see increasingly wet and windy conditions then spread further north and east. But even by around about 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, some extreme northern and eastern areas of the country will still be predominantly dry. So through the course of Saturday, the further north and east you are, then the driest it will be for longest. The further south and west you are, the conditions will become increasingly cloudy, windy and wet through the afternoon and evening. Into Saturday night and through into the early hours of Sunday, and the wet and windy conditions will continue to spread eastwards across much of the country, and as a result it will be a cloudy and damp start to Sunday, particularly across more northern and eastern areas of the country with some locally heavy rain possible here. However, as Sunday progresses, the rain and drizzle generally becoming more lighter and patchy, but what may well happen is it may well become quite slow moving across some extreme northern and eastern areas of the country. This is the latest weather chart for around about 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and you can see the patchy rain and drizzle just lingering across some eastern and northern areas of the country, and it is across this region of Ireland where quite a cloudy and damp day is forecast. The further west and southwest you are, it may well generally become mainly dry through the course of Sunday afternoon, the cloud potentially breaking to allow for a few brighter sunnier intervals, but a few scattered showers can't be ruled out either. Through into Sunday evening, and eventually outbreaks of rain do begin to pull away, and then this then leads on to a mainly dry period of weather through the course of Sunday night and through into the early part of next week. So let's move on and take a quick look at the temperatures now through the rest of Friday and into the weekend. Maximum temperatures this afternoon not far from average for early September, somewhere in the region around about 14 to 18 degrees Celsius, and again very, very pleasant indeed in the sunshine this afternoon. Temperatures do quickly drop away this evening and overnight. However, another locally chilly night, particularly across rural areas of central and northern areas. Minimum temperatures through into the early hours of Saturday, perhaps just 5, 6 or 7 degrees Celsius, but as ever always somewhat warmer around coastal areas and through towns and cities. Through into Saturday, and temperatures overall very similar to Friday, highs in the region around about 14 to 18 degrees Celsius again, but they will drop away from the west through the afternoon as that wet weather begins to develop. Temperatures on Saturday night and through into Sunday certainly not falling as low as the previous night, primarily due to the wet and windy weather spreading north and east. Minimum temperatures on Saturday night probably no lower than 12 or 13 degrees. Through into Sunday, and temperatures, if anything, perhaps a degree or two higher across some southern and southwestern areas of the country, and any brighter weather through the afternoon, perhaps reaching 19, 20 or maybe even 21 degrees Celsius. However, beneath the cloudy and damp weather across parts of the north and east, temperatures will struggle to just 14, 15 or 16 degrees. But as you can see, through the course of Sunday afternoon, temperatures of 18, 19 or 20 is certainly very, very close to average, and it will be quite a warm feeling day, again, the further south and west you are. So let's finally summarise it in our weekend weather summary. Looking at Saturday the 2nd, it will be a mainly dry start to the day, but quite chilly as well, but there will be some brighter sunny spells. As the day progresses, many northern and eastern areas of the country will maintain dry weather, with some brighter weather too, but generally becoming cloudy from the west, and eventually many western and southwestern regions of the country will then see rain developing through the afternoon and more particularly into the evening. Through into Sunday, and it will be a wet start with rain and drizzle moving north and east across the country. This then potentially lingering across some extreme northern and eastern areas through the course of Sunday afternoon. Elsewhere, particularly the further west and southwest you are, then it will generally become drier but remaining quite cloudy despite some brighter sunny spells, but perhaps a few showers as well. So that's all the details for the forthcoming weekend. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you have a great weekend, and as ever, I'll be back with you early next week, focusing on the weather through the first opening week of September.